Hi, everyone. Welcome to Trace the Trade, the podcast where we explore traceability, data, and technology and how they are transforming the way the world trades food. So, I'm Athena, and in this episode, we are diving into the seafood industry, one of the most complex sectors when it comes to logistics, quality, and transparency. So, joining us today is Alan Torres, CEO of Comermares, a seafood distributor based in Quintana Roo, Mexico. So, founded in 2000, Comermares is known in the Mexican Caribbean for its commitment to quality, professionalism, and sustainable sourcing. So, over the past year, Comermares has partnered with Demito on multiple digitally traceable shipments, demonstrating how traceability provides real time visibility and builds trust in even the most challenging supply chains. So, Alan, thank you for being here. So, to get us started, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a bit about Comermares and your role in the company?
Thank you, Tana. Of course. My name is Alan Torres. I'm the CEO of Comermares, and Comermares is a family company. It's from my family actually. It was founded in the year 2000, as like Athena said. Uh, what was the purpose of Comermares first starting in Cancun, Quintana Roo? It was to give having a long-lasting relationship with the hotels and restaurants, and gave the best product and the best service to all the people that go to these places and have the best experience. How will we do that? We do that always being a sustainable company, because we protect our oceans, and having the competition that we see in this market. The one thing that makes us stand out from everybody else is having the best quality products, giving the best service, and also giving work to local people around Quintana Roo, which are the fishermen, which are the we say the ladies and boys that don't have work to do. We get them, so they are the ones who make the picking of our products. So we support all the community basically in Cancun on how to make Comermares and bring it to another level. Also, one of the things that my dad taught me, because I took this company 5 years ago, is having the best transparency in the market, being transparent with our providers, being transparent with our clients, because we are at the end of the day in the food industry. So we want to take care of what people are eating and having the best culinary experience.
Okay, thank you so much. So, for our next question, I want to ask more about Comer Mare. So, basically, what do you think is your company's core focus, and how do you see your role as the CEO in continuing this legacy and moving it forward?
So our core focus and mission and vision of our company, Comermares, is providing the freshest and the best quality food to all the hotels and restaurants in Quintana Roo. But at the year of 2021, we founded a small that goal, because we already acquired most of the clients of the state. Right now, we open Los Cabos, which is in the north, and we already opened Mexico City, which Mexico City has La Viga, which is the second biggest fish market in the world, and we are currently selling most of our products over there as well. One of the most challenges that I see in the seafood trade is a cold chain, for example, due to the fact that Mexico is a really hot country, and being our plant based in Cancun, which is a really, really hot city, which everybody knows, I guess, because it's Cancun, people come here for vacations. Always respecting the cold chain and the freshness of the product is really critical, because at the end of the day, we serve clients like World of Hyatt, like Hilton, like Waldorf Astoria, like Marriott, which they demand the best quality, but also the best traceability, because if something happened to the clients, the fault is going to come to us. So we always take care of all of that. So there's no complaints, and there's no dangerous thing going on while us delivering the product, because we want to be the best at it. And another challenge that I see is the sustainability. Why? Because most of the competitors in here in Mexico, they don't respect the bans of fishing. For example, right now we're in a ban of octopus in Mexico, which is the most consumed octopus in the world. However, due to the demand that octopus has in Mexico, a lot of competitors don't respect the ban and they still fish it, so they can sell it to national wise or international wise. Therefore, it's a really big challenge, the sustainability, because we are constantly promoting in our clients and in our competitors to respect our oceans, because they're the ones that are providing the food, so we have to take care of them. Also, another difficult thing is the verifying the product of the conditions upon arrival. Why? And here's where Dimuto came in, because they help us a lot with their platform. Right now, how it's based in the traditional way, they verifying the product on the conditions. To verify the conditions of the product is, once it arrives, the container arrives, we receive up to 25 tons of the product. So we, in a random way, select one box and we open it and we make a quality procedure. And if it passes, all the container goes through. But I mean, at the end of the day, you can be lucky and choosing the right box. But right now with this platform, it helps us because Dimuto, for example, has the contacts direct in Asia, which they say inspectors, which verify the quality is really good. And instead of basing us in paper-based processes, now we use a platform which helps us a lot on that. Once a box arrives, we know it has a barcode where we can scan it with the platform of Dimuto. We know that the product is perfectly fine. So it helps us in gaining time and making our work way faster.
Okay, thank you so much. So you mentioned a bit about Dimito as well. From what I understand, you've worked with Dimito to bring a lot of traceable seafood from Asia into Mexico over the past year. So maybe I want to ask more about like what made you want to reach out to us, like what made you want to digitize the trade processes, and like how has the experience been like as compared to before?
So first of all, I want to say thank you very much for working this past year, because what we bought from Dimuto right now so far is the frozen pangayus, which is called basa in Mexico. The decision of moving to a traditional way to digital way, and the reason that we reach out to Dimuto is because we saw the potential, the platform that you do have, and being in today's world, if you don't digitalize, you're not having that advantage upon your competitors, because being digitalized means having less paperwork, having everything at the top of your hand. You can have it in your phone, you can have it in your laptop, which helps you and helps me as a CEO to take decisions way faster on traceability, on quality wise, reception wise, and also logistic wise. So this helps us a lot also because of the finance that you provided to us, that makes us bring Comermares to a whole nother level. And overall, the control. Why digitalized? Why moved from traditional to digitalized? Control. And control is everything. If you have a company and you don't have control of it, eventually you're gonna run out, or the control is gonna get out of your hands and probably gonna go bankrupt. But being digitalized is having everything on point, so you know everything, what's going on in each area, and have to take the decision in the matter of seconds.
Okay, great. So, you mentioned a little bit about favorable payment terms. So, I understand that the supply chain visibility provided by the platform also helped you guys secure more favorable payment terms with others. So, can you please share how like the visibility has impacted your operations and also supported Comermares growth?
Oh, 100%. So in the market that we are currently competing in, which is again, I have to say the hotels, the restaurants, also the supermarkets, these all type of clients, they ask for credit lines. I give credit lines up to 90 days, up to 120 days, up to 150 days. So having this arm of Dimuto helping us with the finance of the purchase of the container, it helps us have more capital work and investing in what we needed at that moment. What I mean by that, So in the usual trading of containers, I would make a down payment of 30%, which is more or less $55,000. That I wouldn't see those $55,000 once it arrives and I resell the product. And in 90 days, they pay me back. And that's going to be the moment where I see the money. Also, considering the fact that you will have to pay the 100 of the container before arrival. So therefore, having this finance of the Muto help us having more capital work at the right moment at the right moment that we need it. So we can make strategic decisions on where to move the money, what other product to buy, or how much okay, we can have a certain amount of money in the bank to wait for the payments of our clients or have for like having it for emergency. So it helps us in a matter of ways in every way possible. So that's something I'm really thankful with you guys.
Okay, great. So, from what I understand, like from what you've shared to me, it sounds like seafood trade has always been very traditional. So, how do you think that the digital traceability in general, like how do you think is it changing how seafood businesses operate?
I agree 100% with you, Atena. It's surprising how traditional the seafood market is in Mexico in the nowadays, and maybe in Latin America and in other places in the world. The digital platform help us in what ways? From the moment that we in the first, I'm going to say an example on the traditional way on how we used to dispatch a container is once we receive the container, we dispatch it. We take up to 5 hours on getting all the product out, having to make the quality test and also the frozen test. But have with the platform of Dimoto, having the barcode that they put in the boxes because they already know because those products already came from a verified plant in Vietnam or whatever part in Asia, which they make an inspection of it. We know perfectly that once the container of the mood is coming, we only have to scan the boxes. And from the process that we used to have for 5 hours, 6 hours on dispatching a container, right now we reduce it up to 2 hours, which is really quick. And that helps us in what ways? In saving money, in paying less hours to workers that come to dispatch the container, having traceability on all the boxes that arrive that are also sent to clients. Let's put an example in traceability that happens a lot. If I ever I send a product, this fillet of pangajus to I don't know Princess, and we send it the 1st of July, and on the 20th of July they told me they have a complaint because that was the moment they used that product. Having that barcode and having the platform de Muto will let us instantly know where the product came from, which producer, and know exactly perfect what type of number lot number that the box have, so we can act right away and not just be looking paper through paper to see what was the box that was given to that hotel in particularly. The photos also that the Muto asked for us to take of the picture of the products also help us with traceability. Why? Because like everybody knows, the food industry, it comes from different type of animals. A lot of ones are not also the same. So fish are not the same. So what I'm trying to say about that is once we take the picture of the fillet on how it arrived and it arrived in perfect conditions, it's going to be the perfect example on how we want the next loads of fillets that we're going to order. So it's a reference point on what's the quality that we're looking for. So that helps us having a streamlined communication with the producer and the Muto, which makes one more filter to go through, which it prioritizes that the communication has to be essential so the product arrives perfectly.
Okay, sounds good. So, we're heading into our final segment. So, I think for this one, I want to ask, what advice would you give to other seafood businesses that are considering shifting or using digital tools? Because from what I know, especially I'm more in the agri trade side, like there's quite a lot of like pushback, or no one's very open yet to shifting, because in their minds they're like, oh, this industry has been alive for thousands of years and there's been no problem. So why would I need to change how I work now when there is no problem? Yeah.
It's a very interesting question, because being in the market, like as I said before, it's surprising how competitors or other distributors don't start using digital sources or digital tools like the Mutus platform, because it will help you to have a easier operation, to verify the conditions in a better way, to deliver the products in a better way. Why that? Because you perfectly know that the product that arrived is in perfect conditions, and you don't need an external verification to having to sell that product. Also, for example, making a business with Imoto, all the documents, all the invoices, the packaging, the BLs, the 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 permits that you needed, everything will be centralized in one place, which is the platform, and the producer can upload the documents in that same place, and we can upload the documents that we need from our country to import. So having everything in that one place, it will make your life easier, and it has made our lives easier in in a very very meaningful way. Also, it will help us having a better vision on inventory. When we ever make inventory every month, we take up to 15 hours on inventory, because we have to count up to 3,000 tons of product. So using the platform of Dimuto, that we know that the box that it came that has 10 kilos net weight is perfectly 10 kilos net weight. First of all, because it was verified by Dimuto and by the producer. Once it has the barcode, it has not been changed. It hasn't been it hasn't been modified. So having that trust and that confidence with Imoto, it reduces our inventory of that certain parts of the BASAP that we import from. That certain part, it took us like an hour and a half. It reduced our time to 20 minutes with Imoto, because we only have to scan the barcodes real quick, and therefore we know the perfect net weight of the box. We know the line of the product, what type of species it is, and also the type of glazing, because we also bought different type of glazings fillets with you guys. So having this barcode difference, okay, this one is the one that has a 30% glaze, and this one is the one that is 100% net weight. So it reduces misinformation, it reduces headaches, because after the day-to-day operations, having that arm of digital platform where you can have the information at the matter of your hands, it's critical. It's critical, especially because of the amount of products that we're moving. So to be honest, it helps us in many ways possible.
Okay, so I think we're at our final question. So based on all your experience heading Comermares with your family, if there's something you could improve about how in general the seafood trade is doing and how they're working today, like what would it be based on your experience and based on what you've seen from you mentioned your father. So what is one thing you wish that the seafood trade would look into more, and what could they improve upon?
I really wish that the honesty in this market can grow more. Can people attain more honesty and be more, start respecting more of their word? Because I've seen everything being in the industry, and there's not such a more exciting feeling, a success feeling, that delivering the best quality, the best service, because at the end of the day, you know that one person is going to eat it. And being transparent with the clients is everything. I'm gonna put a really quick example. One of our best clients is Bahia Principe. Whenever we sell the product to them, we know that what we sell to them is the best quality products. And even those clients and their clients, their American clients that go through the hotel, have thanked the hotel for the excellent culinary experience they had in the fish area of their hotel, which is the products that we distribute. So having this type of comments is it brings us joy, it brings us pleasure, because I wish more people start respecting their word and selling what they really mean to sell, because it's a reality that people in this market try to see your face on quality wise, on percentage wise of glazing, and even right now with the chemicals that are in the market that make a fish gain weight. We don't use those chemicals because we know how delicate is someone's health. So what we want to know to be known for is having the best culture, that our people in Comermares are the happiest and they know they come here because they love their job, distributing on time and form to our clients, giving them the best service, the best service, so their own clients can have the best culinary experience, and overall respecting the cold chain, because the product has to arrive at minus 18 Celsius so it can have the best quality. And if it's fresh, it has to be fresh from the day. So the experience is unique. So I hope people start taking care more of the quality wise of the product and not just looking in the money wise. And just to finish and to close my 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 comments is, we have to start respecting more of our oceans. And clients, please don't go always for the price, because I know sometimes you ask competitors to go for a price, and that's why they don't respect the bands of the fish. Let's start taking care of our oceans, because we have only one, and it's the one that is supplying us.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, Alan, thank you so much. We've come to the end of the podcast. So, thank you for sharing your experience and insights. So, these traceable shipments and just your experience in the industry in general, they show how technology can strengthen relationships and bring greater transparency and improve the way that business is done in the seafood sector. So, Comermares is definitely a great example of how long-standing companies can adapt innovation to build trust and to stay ahead. So, to our listeners, thank you so much for listening in. So, stay with us for more episodes of Trace to Trade, brought to you by Dimito. Thank you, and see you next time.
Thank you, Tana.